Sai,
Brago.
been a while.
It's been like 2 weeks, huh? You died and came back just in time for Easter. Funny enough.
Just in time. I'm not gonna say I'm the Messiah.
But you are wearing all white. Coincidences,
Kinda.
man.
But yeah, was out of town for a little while, and while I was out of town, I heard that the chapter was groundbreaking. Right? It's like,
Earth shattering.
mute everything. Get out of here. And while I was out of town, I was feeling left out. I was like, damn. I really want to talk about what's groundbreaking right now. But I muted everything, so I didn't say anything. Only thing I saw was like it showed up on my timeline was you and Par.
Oh.
Yeah, that video showed up and I was like, I can't even click on it because the comments might ruin it for me. So I found out that just through it like a TikTok video that Xebec was in the chapter. I was like, oh.
The week you're out, Rocks D's up Beck is fully
Right?
revealed,
A Xebec chapter? All right.
The
So like,
God
every
Valley
now and again
flashback.
I'd like, I'd think and I'd be like, ah, damn, like I'm missing a good one, aren't I? But then, read the chapter. It was a good chapter. But like groundbreaking. All right.
So people
Let's
set you
relax.
up essentially. Like they
Little
set
bit.
your expectations too high.
Really high. Really, really high. But it was a good chapter nonetheless. And we're gonna just, skim through it a little bit. I don't feel like it's a chapter that necessarily needs like
A
epic
page by page.
Yeah. It doesn't need epic breakdowning. But we can talk about it. Cover
Yeah.
story.
It's your favorite.
Um,
Your girl's
yeah,
there.
my girl, Ulti. What are you talking about, Ulti or Yamato?
You can have ulti. I'll take Yamato. I will take the bullet for you. Don't worry.
But you said your girl.
That's right.
So Ulti and page 1, she's happy that he's alive, right? It said Pei-Pei's still alive. Did you think Pei-Pei was dead?
No, I did not think that page 1 was dead. It's funny because like I feel like the past 5 weeks of this cover page story didn't move at all in any surprising way. Like we knew it was going to happen. We saw who's building. We knew that obviously Yamato would beat who's who. Page 1 ulti were a surprise, but I feel like Oda did drag this out a little bit. And the best theory I have to this right now is that Oda is intentionally slowing down the pace so
For it
that
to match up.
so that
with
the
the
chapter
story.
can match up with whatever happens in the cover page story. He's going
Yeah,
for
I
another
agree with
big
that.
reveal.
I agree with that. It feels draggy. It feels like we've been here for a while. We knew what was going to happen, and it happened the same way. Like even this Pei-Pei still. I didn't think page 1 was dead.
I don't think anybody did.
There's-
As straight
Nobody
up.
thought page 1 was dead. Not even Ulti. So just an interesting cover page. I think it's going to play out the way we thought. We thought they're going to be retainers for Yamato. That seems to be the route. But yeah, I mean, so far the cover story has been okay to mediocre. Like, wait, is okay mediocre? Is okay mid?
Okay is not. I feel like mid has like a more negative connotation nowadays.
Right.
I would
right.
say,
I agree.
hey, as a fan of Yamato, I think the cover pages have been pretty mid. I loved that we were getting a Yamato one. I was super excited. And then I realized that we're just watching Yamato literally walk throughout Wano. And it's like, okay, we got kids, we got, rocks being thrown at her. I mean, people are going missing. Yamato's eating food with him. Yamato's eating food with them. Like, it's just really
I gotta say,
slow.
as slow
Too
as it's
slow.
been, as slow as it has been, I gotta say I appreciate the cover stories because it's like it's a story within the story that we're following.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I don't feel like we give it enough credit for just like that concept.
It's better than a color page.
Way better. And the color pages, I like them, right? But it's like I like them in like sporadically, like every 6 weeks or something, like every 10 weeks.
Yeah.
But the cover stories I think is dope, amazing concept, just giving us like these characters and just showing how they're progressing because then the world feels more alive, But so far it's been It's been mid.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have this cover page story than nothing. If
Agreed.
that's like the line, right? Like, yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
glad we're getting this, and I think the payoff will be really good.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
Chapter. We're fighting Queen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're fighting a character, a dinosaur.
Queen 2.0.
Sanji gets launched by Zoro. I mean, Zoro gets launched by Sanji to cut this head off, right? ZKK finally happens. What do you think about
kills
it?
Queen with the K.
It was
It's
cool.
I mean, hey, Nash. I think the main takeaway is Nash. Like, dude, a homie shield? Come on. How can we not love this guy?
Yeah, I think the main thing was like what is going on with the shield, and then when we find out that the shield came about from when they went to vanquish Big Mom. Okay, it makes sense, but the thing is also like obviously they failed, right? But then also I was thinking about the timeline when you went to vanquish Big Mom. Like,
When was that?
Is this after the failed proposal? Right? Was it before? And then while they were there, Big Mom negotiated it because she had some people captive.
Or
right?
was it like back during Mother Carmel and they were just trying to kill Kid Big Mom? Like, we don't really know.
We don't know. Either way, they came back with a shield that was a homie. So,
do you think Nash wants to go home?
To be fair, do you think he wants to go home?
Yeah. I mean, like, imagine, right? Imagine Nash. You are a living shield. You're being used to block attacks. Like, it didn't look like he really wanted to block the dinosaur. He just kind of did. So it's like, imagine he's like being held hostage here. Like, he's a prisoner of Elbaf.
Doesn't seem like a fun job.
Yeah.
But I can think of like some worse, like tools. That
like a plunger.
Homies, Like a butt plug.
But at least somebody's happy with butt plugs. Like, when you're a plunger, nobody's happy that you're there. You're just like pushing poop out of water.
I mean, I'm happy that the poop's out the water.
Would you rather be a plunger or a butt plug, though?
A butt plug.
Exactly.
But they're both like...
Yeah, but one of them is a dirtier job than the other.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. You would like to think people would do research, but, you know, like, I see what you mean. Like, the thing is, at least if you're a butt plug, somebody smiles when you're put in use. When you're
but that's something that,
clogging
like
a toilet,
concept that...
unclogging a toilet, everybody's sad.
That's certainly a concept that's interesting. Like, a butt plug that's alive.
Do you think you would have to, like, shake? Because I feel like people would I mean, that's the only reason why you'd want an alive one, right? Like, hey, Brago, shake for me. And you're just like...
I'd like giving instructions.
Back
like...
and forth. Because if you don't do anything special, like, you might as well not be alive then, right?
This is true. Maybe it's like a feature. Like, you just have like certain times where you need to do things, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, Nash, it could be worse. All right. It could definitely be
yeah. I agree.
But yeah, they went to vanquish Big Mom. Obviously, they failed. Loki's talking about the Holy Knights, saying that they are the ones that beat him up that badly. I don't know what to make out of the Holy Knights. I really don't. I want to be excited. Like, I really want to.
What's holding you back?
They just don't seem like main characters.
Like, they're lacking a cohesive leader. Like, if Shamrock was on the island, I feel like you'd be different to this. But, like,
I'd be different.
I agree. Like, they're missing.
Maybe Shamrock and another one.
villain.
Maybe. Yeah, they don't feel like it. Doesn't feel like enough. And it feels like if these three can stop what we have, it's gonna be like, okay.
No, I agree. I mean, think back to like Wano and Onigashima. We had the supernova. We had all of the samurai, the scabbards, the daimyo who don't matter, like the yakuza leader. Like, we had so many people versus like here's all of Big Mom. Well, not all of Big. They got knocked down the waterfall. We had all of Kaido's crew, CP0. Like, over like that felt like like they could fight them, they could fight that. Like there are so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
characters to play with, but here
But even
we just have
then,
three
it felt
villains.
like, even then though, it felt like it was okay. I don't know if you remember early in Wano, we were like, who's gonna fight Zoro?
Yeah, that is true.
And we thought it would be Kyoshiro,
I remember those theories.
right? We thought it was gonna be Kyoshiro, and then Kyoshiro blocked Zoro, and he did it casually. He was like, "Oh, hold on, this guy, he might be legit." Oh, Kyoshiro is Dendro. It's like, wow, all right. So this guy is now on our side, and it felt like okay. Then the numbers got introduced. It's like okay, the numbers they're just like filling in, filling up the page. Then we got the Toby Ropo. So it's like okay, Oda's introducing characters to kind of make this interesting. But I felt it kind of felt overwhelming after a while. Even in Egghead, after the Giant showed up, and Kizaru was out to fight. It's like, all right, like I know the Gorosei are supposed to be like, yo, we have to stop these guys, but like a couple of Gorosei were off doing their own thing, and it did. And so I think that's been the thing lately where it's felt like we are, or maybe because the Straw Hat's on another level now. And we're looking at it from the perspective of, yo, this is a Yonko's crew. Like, you can't half-ass it. And is Oda approaching it from the perspective like, no, these still the underdog Straw Hats. Where I'm like, I don't see it that way at all. Like, they're not underdogs anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you. I know what you're saying. Like, 3 God Knights does not seem like enough. If all the God Knights were here, then it's like, okay, like, we might get whooped.
Yeah.
But right now, like,
Yeah.
when it comes to just Sommers, Killingham, and Gunko, like they are powerful, but are they powerful enough to beat the monster trio, like in a 1v1, for example? And if yes, if no, well, now add on the rest of the Straw Hats, Scopper, and all the Giants, and it's like, okay, like we have just that many people here. And your guy is still here off the coast. He is here with us in spirit, but Eustace Captain Kidd. He could make an appearance. And then, of course, we have Loki. I forgot to mention Loki, but like we have just so many heavy hitters on this island right now that I get I get what you mean. Like, are 3 God Knights enough to stop everything we have right now? Based on everything we've seen, I think they'll put up a really good fight. But versus Luffy, I don't know. Like they should.
I don't mind the route of they are difficult to defeat, where they have very unique abilities.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then I don't mind that. However, it just feels overwhelming on our side. But we'll see. I mean, it's hard. Like, where do you think Elbaf is now? We're halfway through. I don't know. I really can't tell because it doesn't feel like the main antagonist is here. Or maybe that's not what the type of arc that it is. Right? Maybe it's just one of those where it's
like Zoe.
Completely different, like Zoe. But Elbaf seems to have much more depth to it, considering the history. So it's tough. Like who else, right, can add some spice to it? And I think that's what it's missing. When Shamrock was, it was like, okay, it's a lot of connections, a lot that could happen. And Shamrock's now out of the picture, and it's like
he left his underlings.
Yes. It's just not the same.
It feels like, if I had to compare this to an arc, I'd say that this feels like Water 7. How we didn't have all of CP9. We just had Rob Lucci and, Kaku, and we had a couple of others here and there. But it was mainly just build up for the next arc, for Enies Lobby. That's the vibe I'm getting here. And I mean, we even have the same setup with the kids, right? Like they want to kidnap the kids. It's kind of like how CP9 wanted to kidnap Robin. Maybe they're successful. And then that's when we chase them. And then, of course, we fight the rest of them at Marie Joie.
I think with other arcs, maybe I'm just looking at the Straw Hats as just like this powerhouse. And for the other arcs, it was like they even set it up where they had Zoro and Luffy lose to Rob Lucci. And so you're like, okay, yeah, Rob Lucci's a problem. Where I don't feel that yet. And again, Luffy is disgustingly powerful.
There's a chance. What about this? Like, Luffy doesn't lose to these guys outright in a power of strength, or in a bout of strength. Like Luffy doesn't lose a 1v1, but these God Knights are so gimmicky, and they know their abilities so well that
They
they
can.
subdue Luffy, or at least they put him in a
Oh,
tangle where he can't do anything for a little bit.
I just
And
thought.
that's how they
I
get
was
out of
just
here.
saying that. I was just thinking that like I was thinking of Gojo
Yeah, like Gojo.
and right where it's like, all right, when Gojo's here, you can't do anything. But what if we seal him? Right,
They
and
have
then
like an
it's
ace in a
like,
hole.
yeah. So what if they have that for Luffy? Because Gunko wasn't worried after she found out Luffy's on the island. So what if they have a way to subdue him, where then Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, they're out of the picture altogether, or a situation where they can create a dome or something where it keeps them out. Where now like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, they can't get in, and the strongest person that's in there is Jinbei. Now it's a completely different scenario.
Oh, it's like Bleach. They did that with Aizen when
Yeah,
Aizen showed up to Fake Karakura Town. I think
right.
Yamamoto created like this wall of fire around Aizen, Tosin, and Gin, and he's like, okay, those guys are done. Now we can like deal with everybody
Now
else.
it's like let's yeah. So maybe they do that.
Huh?
Maybe that's why Oda had Sanji go with Zoro and Luffy. So then they're
Yeah.
like separated for a while. Because then it's like okay, we have a lot to deal with. It would be less interesting.
Especially if Loki's sealed with them too, by the way, since they're all together.
Right, right. So all those guys are sealed, and now it's up to the weakling trio and Jinbei to figure it out. And this is where Usopp could get his shine.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that. I would like that. I think it's just like having Luffy and those guys there, and then all the other giants are here too. So maybe that could be a thing. That could be a thing where they're just separate, and it's like a more subdued arc for the weakling trio to kind of overcome. So
I guess one way they could do that is with Sommers. You know, like Sommers has the Thorn ability where you
the
can't
thorns,
touch the kids. What if
Yeah.
he has like an invisible thorn bird cage on the
yeah,
lower realm
barrier.
of Elbaf? Like you try to go up, and then all of a sudden you get hit by thorns, and then of course it's invisible. So the Straw Hats, like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, like they don't know how to get past it.
And that's like an Oda thing to do in various arcs where it's just like, oh, we can't go there because of whatever.
Luffy can't beat
You
them
know?
this quickly. We need plot.
So maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's what happens, like where they just can't intervene, and this is where Usopp grows. So it could be that type of arc.
I mean, and then with Kid being off the coast, he could definitely go up there and help out Jinbei. What's up? That's not bad, right? Hey,
I like how you have like
you are
this
the
faith in
master
Kid.
of Eustace Kid. I don't have faith. You do. You've made 5 videos about Kid coming back. I don't want to hear. Oh,
I like.
you have theories about like it was you. You're the Kid guy.
I like every time Sai talks about me making a Kid video, he adds like a video. It started with you made 2, you made 3, 4, 5 Kid videos.
And next week it's gonna be 6, Brago.
But it seems like you have more faith than me. It's tough. I think Kid should be here, but I thought he'd be here by now.
Yeah.
So it's starting to feel like a Smoker thing where, yeah, Smoker's definitely going to be an egghead. Like, of course. It's like,
Ooh.
you know, Tashigi's there, all that. So, like, why not?
We didn't think about this beforehand, but Jinbei, he's a fishman. He uses water in his attacks. We saw him pull out cloud water to put out the fire, right? Imagine
Yeah.
he draws water from the ocean and then Kid's in the water that he brings over. I think I got that idea from you. I could read your mind, and you were like, "Sai, please say this."
Yeah.
And I said it for you, man. Don't worry. I got your back.
If this is what's bringing Kid out of the water, he was in the water this entire time. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. If Kid comes back as well, because if Kid comes back, it's not just Kid. It's Kid, Killer, Heat, Wire,
Yeah, we're
right?
about
Hip
those guys.
hop, right? It's gonna be. They're gonna get slaughtered, man. The God Knights have no chance.
Whoa. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, you can't say that Kid's gonna get slaughtered.
Not again. Shanks isn't here. But if Shamrock shows up,
we know how Oda feels about Kid, though. Like, would it be surprising if Kid showed up and he lost again right away? Would you actually be shocked? Like,
I'd
Kid
start a
shows up
petition.
1v1 against Sommers and he loses. Killer
I'd start a
1v1 against
petition.
Killingham, he loses.
I'd start a petition. It'd be like for Oda to stop bullying Kid. Put him to rest.
Please, He's had enough.
Put him to rest.
Oda,
That's
please.
enough. Like, really? You brought him back to get bullied by Sommers? All right. Yeah, so hopefully, that's not what happens. But I guess we can talk about Loki and Xebec.
Yeah, that was a thing, right?
It was the upgraded version of, like, okay, it's more than that. But Frankie meeting Odin was really cool. Like, oh, whoa, didn't know that happened. This is cool, but Oda limits it so much, right? But it does create a lot for Loki's character, where I think it completely dispels the notion that Loki's like this piece of crap. Like I don't think he's a good pirate or a good person, but I think he has some ambition, right? He has some things that he really wants. I think you look at him a lot more favorably, seeing how he thinks and what he would like to do.
He reminds me of Kid. Well, like he's not like evil. He's just kind of evil.
He's just I feel like he's just like, this is the world and I'm gonna play the game.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I feel like because he idolizes Xebec, it explains so much about his character too. Like Luffy,
Yeah, when he wants to bring
Shanks,
about Ragnarok,
and boom,
yeah.
He's all about destruction.
And he went after Xebec. Said, "Take me with you." It wasn't even like a request.
Yeah,
demand.
I saw somebody put the panel side by side with when Luffy said, "Take me with you," to Shanks. Apparently, it's like the exact same wording, which is pretty cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, he demanded to go with Xebec, and Xebec. This isn't the first time, obviously, because Xebec is saying, "Don't make me repeat myself." So, for whatever reason, Xebec was in Elbaf a lot. That's another thing. He was here enough for him to say, "Okay, take me with you." He's seen him enough around. And so then it brings the question: why is Xebec in Elbaf that much?
King Harold. That could be
Right.
it.
So then you start to think about like, okay, the possible connections. But then he challenges Xebec. Right, but it's Elbaf, right? So it makes more sense. Like Warland, hey, fight me then. And Xebec was what?
Huh? A kid?
Okay. But then he's still a giant, so it's like still a big kid. And Loki, was a pretty strong kid. So Xebec doesn't only beat him. He uses a blade on him.
He stabs him.
Right?
Bro, if a kid asked you to fight them right now, like I feel like you just kind of like push them, you kind of stop them from hitting you. But at what point is it okay to whip out a gun and shoot the kid or like stab him with a knife? Like I feel like, Xebec is kind of crazy.
It depends how big the kid is, Si.
That is okay. Wait a minute. If the kid is the size of Loki, maybe I would. Yeah, okay, I retract that. But also, maybe this is Xebec's like form of tough love. Like, hey, like you want to be a pirate? This is what pirates are about.
This is what pirate life is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you're signing up for.
Didn't kill him,
Yeah, he didn't kill him.
Stabbed him in the side or whatever. Didn't kill him.
And Loki understands because he still wanted to join afterwards.
He
right?
still want to join him.
Yeah.
I was saying that like when you think about like athletes or actors or people like successful people that you're like, man, they're really good at what they do, but they're like dicks in real life. Like this guy probably isn't a good person, right? We're like, man, like, you gotta respect it. And I think for Loki, he was like, yeah, he's not wasn't a great person, I guess, but man, I want to join his crew. Man, he's cool.
Yeah, I was in the wrong era, damn it. I kind of feel bad for him, bro.
Yeah, especially when he's been tied up for 6 years and like he's like, bro, I just wanted to go out to see what's back, bro. Also,
like if Shanks
my respect for Xebec went up.
Did it?
Was that?
I was about to say like it would be like if Shanks died, right? Like Luffy would be kind of sad.
Oh, for sure.
Like I was in the wrong era. Well, I mean, then again, Luffy became his own pirate, but in the beginning, like Luffy wanted to join the Shanks crew.
Yeah. And it feels like obviously Xebec didn't have that Shanks moment with Loki, right? He didn't give him anything. It was just like, yeah, get out of my face, kid. But he did take away the King of the World thing from Xebec, which is interesting. But my respect for Xebec went up because Whitebeard said, yo, don't use this on a kid, a blade. And he's like, shut up, Newgate.
Yeah, just the way he talks to his crewmates, it's
Just
really
the
cool.
way. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this guy, he's the real deal. Like it's official, he's the real deal.
He's got that
This
aura.
is prime beard, right? This
Oh
isn't
yeah,
like a slouch. This is prime Whitebeard that he's saying to shut up. Like, and Whitebeard just like,
and he still
So-
follows him.
yeah, yeah, so his demeanor, it's interesting to see. So it's not like Luffy, right? Not like Shanks. It feels more like
Not even like Doflamingo. I mean, Doflamingo loved his boys.
hey, like it's more intensity there.
Not Arlong.
know?
Like who would say this to their crew?
To their right hand.
Yeah, to their right, like maybe
Blackbeard?
Captain Kuro.
Maybe
Blackbeard?
Blackbeard?
Yeah, Blackbeard.
Shut up, shit you.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Sammy. Shut up, Butchie.
It-
Django.
Buggy would say that for sure.
Buggy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Buggy kind of had fun with this crew though. He kind of liked Kabaji
He did,
and Moji.
but he say shut up in like a way that's like, all right, shut up.
Yeah. Like a
know,
like a nice
so-
shut up.
Yeah, so respect for Xebec went up. I mean, probably outside of like the One Piece and stuff like that, the biggest mystery left.
Xebec's full reveal.
The Xebec's reveal, his intentions, his life, where he is. Is that like the final?
Who killed
like,
him?
Yeah, the final biggest mystery in One Piece, other than the One Piece.
I mean, there's
The
also
One Piece
Emu
Void
too.
Century. Yeah, the One Piece Void Century stuff, of course, that's like paramount. But outside of that, what's left? Like any character that we can think of that there's more to find out about, more important. Maybe Blackbeard.
Yeah, maybe Blackbeard. I mean, Anel is there too, but Anel's more like a fun thing, right? But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think Rocks is like that giant mystery, and he's
That
such a
giant-
mystery
yeah.
that Oda silhouetted him in this chapter. I mean, we could have gotten the reveal here, but Oda silhouetted him, and I think that's a reason why this flashback isn't long. Because imagine if there was more. Like, imagine we had 2 pages of Xebec and Loki, and Oda had to silhouette 2 full pages of this guy. Like, that would just be too egregious.
But
Too
even like
insane.
him in the page, like Oda like strategically has like the dialogue boxes like covering his full design. Like now I'm like, will his hair change from what we've seen? It's
Yeah, people even
It's
talked about an eye
difficult.
patch too.
right, because he's intentionally hiding things. So it's just, I don't know. Oda's just teasing it.
He's having
lot.
fun with it.
But Loki being born in a wrong era, like you said, it is a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Considering like what his family, what they feel about him, what the people in Alabaf, how they feel about him. He's like, yo, I just
How about
got
this?
to see.
It would be like if you grew up and you're like, okay, I'm a soccer player. I want to play for Arsenal one day. And then here you are, you're ready to play. And then you learn that that country got wiped off the map. And it's like, what? Like, I was in the wrong
Yeah.
era. Like, I can't play with them anymore.
Or
Extreme
they fell
scenario,
off
but
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, the more scenarios like the team got bought out and now Arsenal doesn't exist.
yeah, or like all the players are tired. I think that's a more reasonable one. But I was like, but the thing is, you can still play in that country. I mean, we somehow in this hypothetical, in this analogy, we had to get rid of that country outright for
you
it
can't
to
play
make
for Arsenal
sense.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
just get rid of Arsenal. The club folded. The club folded.
Yeah, hit by a meteor.
Yeah, just gone. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because that's crazy. But yeah, Arsenal no longer exists. Either way, you feel for Loki. We'll see. We'll get some more from him. Second half of the chapter,
You really liked
kind of
it.
is what it is. Yeah, Jinbei being a fireman and taking out an Elbaf giant-sized fire. I mean, spectacular.
I mean, you gotta
How do you feel
admit,
about it?
you gotta admit though, the cloud water bending was kind of awesome. Clouds,
Yeah,
Bronco.
yeah,
You
yeah,
love
yeah.
Skypeans.
No, listen, man. Every time Jinbei throws water on fire, I'm excited. So more of that.
How many
More
times
of
has it
that.
been so far? He used this with Crocodile and Mr. One back in Impel Down. We saw him use this for Luffy back at
Marineford.
Marineford. He also used it at the Tea Party as well.
Yes. This
He
is his
used
go-to,
it.
man.
Yeah, he used it in Onigashima. Like
Is
this
this the
is
Punda Hall? This is the
it's
Punda Hall, right?
dude. it's
No,
that's his
no,
bread and
Punda
butter.
Hall. Yeah, this is the shoulder throw, which is cool. It's so tough, right? Because Jinbei feels
Over leveled,
like a luxury
underused.
piece. You know, like it feels like you paying like $1,000 for a a steering wheel cover.
What? Okay. $1,000 steering wheel cover. Okay, where do we go now?
But that's the thing where it's like a steering wheel cover is nice, but do you need it?
We could have
Not
bought other
really.
things with $1,000.
Could have got other things. And so like
True.
we got like this very, very prestigious helmsman,
Oh,
who's
former
now
warlord.
former warlord, and we have nothing to do with him. Right? We don't have anything for him to do. Just cover the steering wheel, bro.
I mean, it's like Jinbei back at Egghead. That was my problem with Egghead. I wished we got more of Jinbei, but he was on box duty. And,
Yeah,
Onigashima, yeah, he fought who's who, but that fight was kind of a joke. And then he put out the fire. And I was like, I mean, I get what you're saying. But here's the thing, though. Elbaf is still going on strong. This is just the intro, the appetizer. Just wait till Jinbei fights Gunko next week. That'll be nice. That'll be good. No, wait. This could be a genuinely hard Jinbei battle. Extreme diff, high diff. Like, I feel it. Oda is not going to put Jinbei in the back burner again. This is the intro. It's to show you that Jinbei is still going to be really strong in the Sun Realm. Even though he's not surrounded by water, he's still got clouds. I have faith. I have faith.
Okay. I don't know if it's anything to have faith in, because I think Jinbei is cool. Jinbei's awesome. Jinbei's really strong. But it's just like, I absolutely do not have faith that Oda's going to utilize Jinbei the way he should be utilized. No, I don't. I do not. I think Jinbei is always going to feel like a luxury. He's always going to feel like underutilized. Like, of course, like there's moments where he steps in and he's like the voice of reason for the crew. But this is a former warlord, bro. Like, this guy is
He should be running the scene.
but he can't. Like, at the end of the day, he's behind Luffy, Zoro, Sanji always. And then there's times where he's behind Nami and Robin. And so it's unfortunate because like what he's so essential in certain moments, but it's like it's so like very specific that you kind of feel like, damn. Because like, okay, I know it's downplaying this moment, but it is a really cool moment. And it's just something that Jinbei can do. Jinbei can do much more. And you're like, damn, man, I wish Jinbei had like more opportunities to shine, which is unfortunate. But it's just like part of the issue where it's like when you have the crew, the entire crew, some people can get put on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know? And it kind of is what it is. But
Like,
at the end
imagine
of
if
the
we
day,
had a
Jinbei,
different warlord here, right? Like, put Doflamingo in this scene with the Straw Hat. Like Doflamingo's a good guy. He joined the Straw Hats. He's a Nakama. We don't have Jinbei. We have Doflamingo. And Doflamingo, all he does is put out fires. And he doesn't really fight that much. Like he's just in there. He's shocked with Nami Usopp, hanging out with Brook a little bit. And it's like he would feel underutilized. Like I mean, Jinbei should be that guy. He is that guy. But hopefully Oda puts him in a scenario by himself where he looks even crazier than just being a shoulder throw merchant.
Jinbei's epithet.
The first son of the sea.
What does that mean?
I think it just sounds cool. I mean, hell, half the epithets in One Piece, they just sound cool. Like, your boy, Virgo,
Like
right?
Virgo of the Demon Bamboo?
Bamboo. What does he do? He just carries a stick of bamboo and that's it.
But no, like he can make it really, really hard.
Yeah, with hockey. But hell, everybody in the New World can do that, you know?
But it's a Demon Bamboo Sai. At least it makes sense.
I mean, Jimmy's
right?
I mean,
at least
son
it
of the
makes sense.
sea. He's a fish.
Do you think Jinbei named himself?
Like with the epithet?
Yeah.
No,
Nobody
I feel
called
like
him
people don't get to like choose what epithet they get. Like Luffy, like would Luffy want to be Straw Hat? Like if Luffy never got Straw Hat Luffy, what would he be called? What would he call himself?
Big super eating monster.
Big super eating monster. I mean, Luffy's really bad at naming things, so I mean that's not like super far fetched.
I mean, I guess your epithet
Stretch
just kind
boy
of goes
Luffy.
with you. But Jinbei is also the Knight of the Sea.
Knight of the Sea School, and that's a direct one because he was literally a knight back with Neptune.
Yeah, Knight makes more sense. First Son of
Yeah.
the Sea, I don't know.
Especially when he wasn't like the first son of the sea, like literally, right? Like he's not the oldest fishman out there. That should go to Neptune.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the first son is like, why would you say? But like you said, your epithet kind of just like, okay, well, hold on. Usopp, King of the Snipers.
He gave that one to himself, but yeah, he did. He did give that to himself, but like he didn't set it in stone. It was like a random marine. I think somebody asked Oda like who gives epithets and takes the pictures, and Oda actually like answered that in an SBS, and it's like some wacky made up character.
Who's
So we should
Soul
blame
King?
them.
Who gave Brook Soul King?
I
Didn't
think
he
he
just
also
name
gave
himself
himself that name
Yeah.
because he said, "Hey, I'm the Soul King, baby," and he was like playing his guitar.
Oh man, that's interesting. I don't know. Shout out to Jinbei though.
Yeah, shout out to
But-
Jinbei. We believe in you.
For the most part. But I guess at the end of the day, that was the major thing. The chapter, the fire is out. Now we can kind of progress to the next phase. But then Gonko shows up in front of Nami, Usopp, Brook, and Jinbei, and also Colin.
Yeah.
Where, she has a cool line saying, "This is not the school isn't the only place to find it." She says a perky child in the viz.
Not the word choice I would pick, right? Perky child.
Not really.
Sounds a little bit weird. I get what the word perky means. It fits this scenario, but perky,
Like she means like
just say feisty.
fiery. Yeah.
rambunctious.
Yeah. Perky.
Yeah.
It's
Like
2025 Gunko.
yeah, dude. Like when people say perky, they mean titties.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Titties. But Gunko had something perky in this chapter showing too.
Her panties.
Yeah.
They're
What is
out.
Oda doing?
And the angle
it's
as
not-
well. Like
it's not
the
just her
straps are
panties
looking
that
up
are
at
out.
it.
Yeah. It's not just her panties that are out. It feels like there's a little excess.
Like she shortened her coat.
No, like there's a little excess hanging out her panties.
Oh, yeah, hey. We can't choose what bodies we get. Body positivity, brother, you know. Like you got to deal with the cards God gave you, man.
You're right. I guess that would be alleviated by giving her some pants.
But Brooke is here, you know, her idol who loves panties. Like, I get
So
it.
let
I
me just
mean,
show my coochie to him.
have you heard of groupies before?
How old do you think Gunko is?
I think Gunko strikes me as like a solid 22-year-old.
19.
You think yeah, okay. Yeah. 19, 22, like around that age, right? Around the early 20s.
Probably. I don't know. It's just her fit, man. It's odd. I don't
It's
like. I
growing on
like
me.
her. I just don't like. She could have had like cool pants. I understand that like the arrows kind of become her
Her
like,
leggings.
bottom half. Yeah, her leggings or whatever. But like, geez, man. I think this is a very important moment with Gunko and the Straw Hats because she could either go from being like right now you have her on like the level of Katakuri, right? On First Commanders.
Yeah, I think she's up there. She's not a pushover.
Yeah. So she ends up beating all of these guys, including Jinbei. Stocks are up for the God Knights. Big time.
Would you change your opinion on the God Knights if that happened?
Yes.
And here's this. Gunko doesn't just beat these Straw Hats, but crazy hypothetical. But let's say Gunko easy diffs them. No diffs them. She literally doesn't even move from that spot.
Then I changed my opinion.
Okay.
But
fair.
It would validate how I feel about Jinbei.
Well, you know what's funny? Jinbei, he was on Big Mom's crew. He was allied with Whitebeard. He was there with Fisher Tiger. Imagine Jinbei fights Gunko and he name drops all of them. Like, oh, this is the strength of Whitebeard and the tenacity of Big Mom. And then he also took a hit from a Kainu. Imagine Gunko hits him and he's like, the devil fruit of a Kainu.
That's
like he name drops every single legendary pirate he's ever seen, and then he's like, "Oh, the nobility that surpasses King Neptune."
Or he just beats her low diff. Then she's like, Soul King,
save me!" There's like no in between here.
It could go either way, where she either dominates or like she gets dominated and she turns into a fangirl, which I would not want.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny, it's One Piece. But I just want good villains, man. I just want good villains, bro.
Okay.
What's up?
Gunko feels like somebody that could turn.
I've heard a lot of that. Gunko for Nakama. Yeah, it's growing. It's Nakama. A growing sentiment.
You see, people go too far.
Okay, no. Like Gunko for ally. How about that?
That's fine.
Ally's a better word.
Like everybody want to be Nakama. I mean, somebody asks, you think Doll is going to be a Nakama?
But here's the thing: like, if you just ask Luffy nicely, he'd probably say yes. Like, he'd
say yes, but the rest of the crew would be like, no.
Passes it out like it's freaking candy on Halloween. You want to be Brownbeard was almost a part of the crew. Brownbeard.
I like Brownbeard.
Me too. Where is he? He didn't die, did he?
No, he got legs from Law, right?
Yeah, but like, where's he now? Like,
wasn't he with the
after
Revolutionaries?
Punk Hazard. Is he?
Wasn't he with the Revolutionaries? I thought he was.
I don't think so.
Right?
One Piece. It's been so long, but I just remember really liking.
You know his real name?
Chadros Higgle. What is that? Chadros Higglegis. Nobody's ever said that name before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody's ever said Brownbeard's real. No wonder why he goes by Brownbeard. What the hell? Chadros Higglehighs.
That's worse than Hyruden.
Here, let me see. What happened? After learning that his petrified men could still be saved, Brownbeard graciously thanked Smoker for allowing him to search for them. That's it.
That was it?
Yeah, we just last saw him at Punk Hazard. He left with his former crew, and that's all she wrote. You know what? Which one would you rather have back first, Anel or Brownbeard?
Give me Charlos Higgleheis.
There we go.
Chadros Higgleheis.
Hey, maybe he comes back as a part of the Grand Fleet. Could happen.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But Gunko, anything can happen there. We'll see. But quickly, the One Piece anime is back. Did you see the opening?
I love the opening. I've said it in my reaction video, but like, I think this is the first opening where I really enjoyed the song. What's up? I wasn't saying that as a joke.
The first opening?
Yeah.
The first One Piece opening.
Critic. Dude, One Piece music, the One Piece openings have never been my favorite. Like, they hit me for nostalgia, like the first couple, but like, they're not good in my opinion. I'm not like blasting on my radio. But like, this last one was, I think it was kind of fire. Green Boys did a good job.
You don't like Bon Voyage?
No.
Bon Voyage.
No, I hate that. No. It feels like a slow prom night. I just every One Piece song is like super overtly cheery. And it just every One Piece song feels like they created their own genre of music in a weird way, and I just never enjoyed it. So this is definitely the first opening song that I like.
I mean, putting it in a rotation to listen to in the car.
Yeah, I don't have any One Piece songs on rotation, whereas other animes I do.
Fair,
like Under the Tree by Sim, Attack on Titan opening. I thought that was pretty good. I listened to that. Yeah, it's a good gym song.
Opening is that from which season?
It's like one of the final seasons. I haven't watched like Attack on Titan, but it's like one of the final seasons.
Never mind.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. That's on my list. One day.
A top 5 animes on your list. I hope so.
It's right up there next to Windbreakers. Giving Windbreakers another chance, that's also up there.
I'm saying. Season 2 is here. Yeah, One Piece anime is back. Egghead. I love the first 2 episodes that came out. So, of course, it's still build up. Kizaru.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's one of the times recently where the opening fits very well with the arc.
Yeah, especially the visuals. I love seeing like Bonnie and
it fits
Kuma.
Very well.
Even the way they did
it feels
credits.
Like Bonnie's the main character. Like based on the opening.
It feels like Bonnie for Nakama, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I was an
it
anime
feels
only,
like that.
If I was anime only and I saw this intro, I'd be like, dude, Bonnie's joining.
It feels like done. That. Like it's so Bonnie heavy. It feels like, damn, Bonnie's definitely gonna join us at the end of this, right? I mean, she kind of does. But I like it. I really do. I like it a lot. Watching the anime episodes though, I mean, the 1123 started out like a movie. That was crazy.
Yeah, all narrator.
But I found myself like getting used to voice actors. So Kizaru's voice actor.
And Kizaru, yeah.
Right? Where it's like, okay, this is different. He's still trying to do this slow talk thing, and it's like, all right, it's cool. Frankie's is just like,
it's a different person, man. He's not even trying to do like the smoker.
He rolls it a little bit, like but it's like it is a different vibe altogether, man. And it's like
it's not bad. Like I like the voice actor. I think the voice fits Frankie, but it's gonna take a while to get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Toto's voice actor, so it's like, okay, I get it. It's just a it's gonna take some getting used to.
We've just had Frankie.
Our next
episodes.
Yeah, we got Frankie for a lot of time. Next episode is gonna be insane. We're getting into some Kizaru stuff.
Yes, it looks like they're expanding that fight. They're expanding it, dude.
That looks like it's gonna be great. Looks like it's gonna be great. So I'm happy the anime's back. Apparently, this is a great anime season. Obviously, Windbreaker is back.
What else is there?
Let me see. Somebody gave me a list of anime to check out.
It's funny because I had the opposite impression.
Shout out to Lash. Lash says new shows to check out: To Be Hero X.
Yes.
On Crunchyroll, Yaiba on Netflix, Lazarus on HBO Max, My Hero Academia Vigilantes on Crunchyroll, Windbreaker Season 2, and then Moonrise on Netflix.
And don't forget The Beginning After the End. The Mushoku Tensei Killer.
That.
Yeah, apparently like it's a Korean manga on the same, people are saying it's on the same tier as Solo Leveling.
That's high.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but there was a lot of hype for it. I'm looking at the Annie list right now for most popular. Number 1 is Fire Force. Number 2 is Lazarus. Number 3 is
Fire Force is back too. Yeah.
Yeah, Fire Force is back, and then we have The Beginning After the End, and then number 4 is Windbreaker. Number 5 is like a Slime Harem, and then we got Witch Watch, and just a bunch of like other animes. But yeah, it's not a bad season. It's not awful.
I've watched like a few episodes of Fire Force. I got to catch up to that. Also, Giant just ended. Solo Leveling. You watched
Yeah,
the
rest in
episode?
peace. Yeah, I finished it.
So you met Beru.
Yeah, bet it was cool.
That was a cool ending. When he didn't have to take all of them out, but he pulled them all out and was like,
Yeah.
let's do our thing.
It feels like an
How do you feel?
anime-only ending, but apparently in the manga they do that exact same shot. And I'm like, why does he do this? Like, he's just flexing for no reason.
Why not?
Like
Man,
I said, it before. I'll say it again. Solo Leveling is a middle schooler's wet dream. Their fantasy. Like, just think of the coolest scenario possible. It's going to be in Solo Leveling. They just go out of their way to be corny, but good.
Solo Leveling would be bigger back then. Considering like how we would lose our minds for like transformations.
Yeah.
These aura moments, we didn't know what it was. Like imagine Solo Leveling like 15 years ago.
I mean, even today, it's still a monster.
It's gigantic. How did you feel about like I guess characters you saw? I don't know, the Chinese guy.
Yeah, the guy on the warship. I mean, he was cool. I wonder like how strong are these guys really going to be in the end? Because our dude just keeps on getting stronger and stronger. Yeah.
So like you have no choice but to compare him. Like, okay, how do they stack up against Jinwoo? That's like the thought.
Yeah, and then Jinwoo's always gonna win. So and then I think about, okay, what about the characters we already have, like Cha, like the White Tiger Guild guy, like all of them. Like, and I'm like, okay, they get washed. Like it feels like the characters we saw at the end of season 2, they're just on a different level altogether. Like they're kind of babying everything our characters that we know have struggled with, like defeating the ants. You know, you had these people over here in the cave pretending like, oh, like that guy got taken out. No big deal. Whatever. Who did this?
Those two people that came.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I feel like they know what's happening with Jinwoo. I feel like if you were to talk to them, I feel like they would know exactly like that he can level up. It seems like they might even know something about his necromancer ability. Yeah, it seems like Jinwoo's necromancy ability stems from somebody else, somebody that they know. That's the impression that I got. Like I think it's too late to introduce this concept, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's like a Kurama situation with Naruto, and I guess Jinwoo just never knew until later. Your reaction is telling me that that's true, which, like I said, take the coolest thing possible. It's going to happen to Jinwoo. I could see it.
Kurama, that's interesting.
Is it like a literal fox?
I mean, we got to wait for season 4, you know?
Coming from somebody who's read the entire series. Okay, fair enough.
We got to wait. We don't know. We have no idea. But nah, a great season of Solo Leveling. Can't wait for the next one.
What are you watching right now? Like for fun?
Oh, The Last of Us is coming back.
Oh, season 2.
Live
season
action.
2 of The Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I did.
Huh.
I did enjoy it.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
I never watched it. I never watched it, and I never played the games.
Did you play it? Oh, you never.
No. It's it's one of those masterpieces that I've seen floating around, but it's like a ship in the night. Like I just always miss my timing on getting in with it. Like, and now
I mean, I've missed
so
a lot of
long.
games. Like, you know, I haven't played like
God of War, Elden Ring.
I played God of War.
Oh,
I played God of War. I finished the first one. Oh, wait, not the first one. Like the first one on PlayStation.
On PS5. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, PS5. Yeah. I finished that. That was really good. That was really, really good. Elden Ring, I played a little bit. I haven't finished Elden Ring. I don't think I'm ever gonna finish Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Persona.
You didn't
the game, never
play
played it.
Persona?
I had the game and never played it. I still have Resident Evil 4. I still gotta play.
Damn. You got a backlog of games.
Backlog. Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's good.
So it's like, you know, but Last of Us is just.
Right now, the game that's taken over the market is Schedule 1.
That.
It's like a drug dealing simulator. It's like very cartoony, goofy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's fun.
Drug dealing simulator. Yeah. So I can't wait for Last of Us. I think it's the 12th, I believe. 12th or 13th. Probably Sunday. What's Sunday? Sunday's the 13th?
Yeah. This Sunday. Sunday.
So I believe it's Sunday nights on HBO. Or no, on Max. It's not HBO Max anymore.
Yeah, they rebranded. Max is better. I just wish they went with that in the beginning, because now like you just call it HBO Max. It's
They
too
still
late.
call it that, so it's just
Too late
weird.
to change the name.
But I'm excited for that because The Last of Us 2, was it was great. It was a shocker. A lot of people hated where they went with it, so I'm interested to see how they cover that in the live action. So I'm really excited for that. And then there's other shows I want to get to, like Severance and stuff like that. So
Oh, how far are you behind in Severance?
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Oh,
It's
really?
just been recommended. Yeah, but it's like I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get to it this season, considering just how much is out, and like obviously I'm still watching Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
and I mean beat the what else, like Breaking Bad and things like Attack on Titan. I'm on season 4 finally. So I don't know if I have
Huh.
time for it, but
The Last of Us, it got renewed for a season 3 already before release. Isn't that crazy?
oh, okay. That's interesting because
Yeah.
season okay, that means okay. So season 1 they kind of rushed it. I felt like they blitzed through and they could have taken their time. Now they had some amazing episodes in there, but they could have taken their time a little bit. And season 2, based on how they did season 1, I thought they were gonna finish it like
In one
season
sitting.
2 as well. Yeah, but I guess they're gonna take their time because it's a heavy.
How would you
Um,
feel if they went their own direction with the story?
No.
No? Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough because The Last of Us 2, it's a lot of elements of just like it got weird in some aspects.
Yeah.
So they try to like reel it in. I don't, because even in The Last of Us Part 1, I mean in season 1 for the live action, they took some liberties. They changed things. So I don't mind it as long as it's a good show.
Yeah, all I know is that apparently The Last of Us 2, like people did not everybody vibed with the story, I guess is a good way to put it. Apparently there's like
No.
some girl named Abby. Some characters die. I'm like, okay, like something's happening
All
here.
my homies hate Abby.
Really?
I don't though.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I don't know anything, but I saw Abby in the game and I was like, oh, she doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, she's a big brolic chick.
Yeah. Oh my god, she has a 6-pack.
It's huge.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, never mind. I have not seen these images of of Abby.
Yeah.
Dang, she's crazy.
Yeah, but people hate her for stuff that she does. But you know, she's cool.
Yeah.
She's
I'll take your word for it.
cool.
So
Yeah,
you're like the
so,
number one Abby fan out there.
I'm not going to say I'm the number one Abby fan. However, I understand Abby.
Okay. So
And,
you're telling me your
you know.
alt account is called Abby6969.
Probably.
Fair enough.
Probably. Shout out to Abby. And
Shout
I
out
think
to Abby.
who they casted for Abby in season 2 is gonna. They did a great job. So
You know, on the note of Severance, I finished season 2 a while back. I'm not going to spoil anything, but after finishing Severance, it reminded me how much I don't like watching shows because every season has like a crazy cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger?
And now I'm just like, damn, dude,
You
like I
gotta
gotta
wait.
wait for season 3. That's not gonna release for like another year or 2 years, and then it's like week to week. Like I'm impatient, man.
But that's
a
the tough part,
binging
right?
Shows.
that's a tough part because like binging is more satisfying because you don't have to wait.
Yeah,
But week to week is more satisfying because then you can enjoy it with like
other
everybody
people. Yeah,
and other people, right? So it's just, I think I'd rather week to week because I think I understand things more and better when it's week to week. When I binge, it's a lot of shit I just like,
you miss.
I miss because I'm just like, all right, next episode.
Yeah,
I'm just like flying through it. Where it's like, all right, week to week, okay, somebody, oh, that's interesting. I didn't catch that. So
I think it's the same for One Piece too, right? Like if you binge One Piece, you might not even know that Jinbei's on the crew because you just kind of miss out on those small details.
You're like, oh shit, when did it
Shoulder
join?
throw. What did that?
Where did it go? Who is that?
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. Yeah, so like I think for like big shows like back when Game of Thrones is going on, or even One Piece week to week, it's my goat because it enhances my experience
You have more time to
every week.
theorize.
Right, and then I have it within the community is great too. You know, with like people and the theories and stuff like that. So you know, it depends. But I did enjoy greatly binging Dragon Ball. Like that was fire.
Yeah,
being able
because
to
for
binge it.
Dragon Ball, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but Dragon Ball doesn't have like an extensive plot line that you have to follow and theorize about. Like, no, dude, you just find the big bad villain. That's it.
Damn, Si, have you watched Dragon Ball?
OG Dragon Ball? A long time
Yeah.
ago, I watched like 5 episodes.
I'm gonna come for you, man.
I mean, I'm sorry, guys. The Red Ribbon Army just doesn't do it for me, man.
Wow! Don't disrespect Colonel. Was it Colonel? Colonel? Colonel Blue.
Colonel
Or
Blue,
General
the
Blue.
blonde guy?
General Blue. Yeah, I like General Blue.
I know
think
there's
it's
like General Blue. There's General Tao, Ma Junior, which is Demon King Piccolo. That's where we meet Baba and her like. I'm assuming it's her people, but like the wacky demons or something, like Devil Man. I think there's like a dragon.
Baba.
There's like a
Yeah.
caveman that like rubs his ass. Like I've played the Dragon Ball game, so I get the gist of it. And I've never felt the need to like watch Dragon Ball. Like it's not like my cup of tea. I'm more of
Yeah, I
like a
love
Dragon
it.
Ball Z guy, and people might hate that, but I don't know, man. I like Z.
I'm in Dragon Ball Z now, and I'm floored by how quickly it hits the ground running.
Episode 1 is
Like-
Raditz, right? That's it.
Immediately,
Yeah, it's
like
just in your
like
face. Saiyan brother.
immediately. Like Goku's dead by like episode 4. Like Gohan is thrown into the wilderness by episode 5.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, wait.
soon
I'm
they're
like,
gonna be
holy
in
shit.
Namek, you know, like
I'm like
2 episodes
Vegeta,
later,
Nappa.
Super Saiyan.
They're already on their way. I'm like, wait, it happens this quickly? Oh my god.
That's what I'm
So,
talking
that-
about, dude.
that
That's
was
my
fantastic.
that's my goat.
It got to it. It got right to it. I was surprised how quickly. You know, in the games, because I mean, I watch Dragon Ball Z, but I never watched it in like chronological
Yeah.
order. So why I'm like, whoa, the games aren't playing. Like, you get to Piccolo
really
and
quick.
then Goku dies and Snake Way, and it's like getting right to it. So
I mean, just wait till the end of an arc. Like you'll beat you like in Dragon Ball after they beat Frieza or whatever. Spoiler alert, by the way. But after they beat Frieza,
Damn, Sai, I didn't know they beat Frieza.
sorry. After Goku unlocks Super Saiyan, like
Oh my God.
you immediately go to like the androids. Like one episode, boom, android cell. Like
Yeah.
it is quick.
Toriyama gets right to it.
Are you watching Kai or the OG?
I'm watching OG for now.
Okay.
I may get to Kai probably,
bad.
but like so far, I'm not minding OG.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like that bad. Like, honestly, I've watched the OG and then I watched Kai, and like, there's not too much of a difference in my opinion.
People just talk about Kai cuts out a lot of the staring and stopping, and
Yeah, that's why I
Cuts out the
prefer
fluff.
Kai.
yeah, it cuts out the fluff. But you know, sometimes it's like those moments are just like I'm taking it all in. So it's just
Time to
Yeah.
talk, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like all right, you know, let Vegeta do his thing. You know, let Raditz hair flow in the wind. You know, like it's
And then you have the old
Like-
school soundtrack. Dun-dun, dun-dun.
yeah. The
yeah.
score is amazing too. So loving Dragon Ball, love
Ooh,
Dragon Ball. And
are
Dragon Ball
you-
Z.
I feel like I ask you this every time you say you watch a Dragon Ball. Are you gonna watch the movies in between?
Yeah, I'm telling people to let me know because I said I should have watched like the first Dragon Ball movie.
Are you
I'm
doing
gonna try to watch 'em in-
English or Japanese?
English.
Good.
I'm not a huge fan of Goku's Japanese voice actor.
No, me too. I prefer the English. Christopher Sabat is
Yeah, but I
Vegeta,
grew
and
up
then
on
we have
that.
Sean. Yeah.
I didn't mind Goku's voice actor when he was a kid in Daima.
Yeah.
It kind of fits.
The
Um,
kid body.
Yeah, 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 it fits it better. Like it's not bad. Like I think she's great, but like I grew up on
Yeah, no,
Christmas
same.
about, so
You should
you know what I'm saying. So
hopefully you watch the OG English dub for the Dragon Ball movies because they have like rock music playing in the background.
yeah, I'm gonna watch them. Yeah, I plan on watching all the
They're
movies,
super cool.
experiencing all the Dragon Ball. Only thing I'm not gonna watch is Super. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
I don't
that.
blame you for that. I mean, Super is good, but like, yeah, just stop it at Z. Stop it with movie 13 or 14.
Yeah, I mean, with Super, I wouldn't mind experiencing Goku Black again. Like, I don't know. Like, I went back and watched like some Super episodes, and I was like, yo, this is bad. This
They
is
could have done better.
bad, you know? So, enjoy the Tournament of Power and stuff like that. Maybe I'll just skip to that, but we'll
Who
see.
who's your favorite villain in Dragon Ball? Z. Let's do Z, and you can do movies too, but like Z.
In Z, it's probably Cell. Like
Specific
Cell.
form, like Perfect Cell, or
Perfect Cell.
yeah, okay.
So arrogant.
He's cool. He broke into like a broadcasting room and like displayed it to everybody. Yeah, Cell's
Yeah,
cool.
I think Cell. And then I like Frieza too. Because Frieza's just like an obvious racist.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I like Frieza, but mostly Cell. And then I like
okay.
the androids, but like I was I really enjoyed the movie, the Android movie with Gohan, the Trunks.
The episode of episode of Trunks and Gohan. Yeah,
When I was younger, man, that was heavy.
yeah. When he died and it started raining, and
was
then Trunks went Super
raining.
Saiyan. Yeah, that was good.
But the crazy part is like he lost his arm before, right? Like fighting them,
He was nerfed.
right? And so like having to fight both of them by himself, and then they killed him, and he's like just face down, and it's raining. I think that's when Trunks went Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah, that's when he first did it.
Yeah, yeah. It was such a good movie, man. It's such a good movie.
And now look at them. Android 18 is used for porn, and 17 is running a wildlife conservation.
18's been used for porn.
No. Like like people just goon.
Oh, I thought it was like
Like canon.
in
Oh no,
story.
sorry. I broke the fourth
Like
wall a
Krillin.
little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel
Well,
like
I
you just
guess I
type
get to
in
that.
Android 18, like it's crazy online.
Yeah, because she's hot.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to pick a villain, I'd say spoiler. I really like Cooler, Frieza's brother.
Cooler from the movie.
Yeah, Cooler's awesome. I loved him. I loved his Armored Squadron. Another movie villain. I like Janemba.
I knew he was gonna say Janemba.
Janemba's awesome,
Janemba starts.
dude.
He starts out fat.
Yeah, he has like a Nikado
Like-
avocado transformation. He becomes like super skinny and crazy.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Janemba as well. What do you think about Tapion? Was it Tapion?
Tapion, I liked him when it came to his story with Trunks, but I didn't care
Right.
too much for him outside of that.
And a character I oddly enough like, but I don't know much about him. Is
I don't like
You
Oob.
remember Oop?
Yeah, I don't like Oob. I wish he was
I don't like
older.
him.
I don't like him because he is like the reincarnation of Kid Buu. The evil Kid Buu got reincarnated into a good boy, and it's like he's not Kid Buu though. Like I don't know.
I think what I like is just like at
expected
the
more.
beginning of Dragon Ball GT when him and Goku were sparring,
Yeah,
and then he was like actually putting up a good fight against Goku after like
after
all
everything.
that. I was like, yeah, I'm like, oh shit. Okay, Oob.
If we had
You know,
adult
and-
Oob, I'd feel different.
But then Oob is like a human.
Yeah,
It's like, and that's the tough part with Dragon Ball. That like in Dragon Ball Z, it shows you that like, okay, if you're a human, like you can't.
you're capped. But
Yeah,
he's like a human
yeah.
with Buu properties. Because I think in GT he merges with Buu, Fat Buu.
I forget GT.
Yeah, so he
Like,
he,
I remember
he
some
becomes
aspects.
Majub.
So you remember General Rildo?
Yeah, out of GT, General Rildo, he wasn't the best villain. I really like Baby in Super 17 though.
Yeah, Super 17 is cool.
I loved his fit.
Yeah, Super 17 was great. Baby was, I remember him being annoying after a while. He just kept coming back. But I mean, obviously, Super Saiyan 4 is the highlight.
Yeah.
Um, and I think something that I liked was the red. I believe wasn't it Kamehameha red?
Yeah, yeah. He had like a ×10 Kamehameha.
Yeah, bro. I wanted that so bad in Daima. I'm like, yo, we gotta bring back the red Kamehameha, bro. And then the aura was
Yeah.
red. You know,
I liked the GT Super Saiyan 4 more than the Daima Super
Daima.
Saiyan 4. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's cool they brought it back, and then even like I don't know where they go from here with Daima, but you know,
It looks like it's its own like spin-off universe.
it is what it is. It's
We have
Dragon Ball.
GT.
It's
Yeah,
not.
we got like Super Dragon Ball here. We got so many Dragon Ball spin-offs. Sure, why not?
Yeah, Windbreaker. It's a lot.
Windbreaker.
It's a lot of good stuff.
The hell?
But yeah, reached the end, guys. Enough of our babble.
Banter.
Any last thoughts, Sai? Any anime you would recommend this season for people to watch?
I can't even recommend it in good faith, but I've really been liking Black Butler. That's like a niche anime. It's got another season.
I've heard about Black Butler. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot about Black Butler.
It's weird because like
What's it about?
It's a corny it's a corny like storyline, but there's a kid. He gets sold into like sex trafficking, slavery, all that stuff, and then one day he's like like please somebody save me, even if it's a demon, and then a demon pops up, and then it becomes his butler, and now they're just over here solving crimes and paranormal activity, trying to find whoever like killed his parents and did all that to him.
That's cool. 2008. That's definitely the
I watched it a long
episodic
time
era.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Black Butler. If I had to recommend one, I guess if we go going that route,
With this season though, because Black Butler is this season.
Oh, is this season? I was gonna give him like an old thing.
Yeah, no, it got like a new season after all these years, which it got another one like last year too. So that's why it's like kind of cool. Like, damn, a Black Butler resurgence in 2024 and 2025, unheard of.
I guess I'll be. I mean, Windbreaker, man, like
your favorite
Windbreaker,
anime,
man.
huh? I mean, you did say that is like the one piece of the current gen.
Whoa.
you did say it's like gonna surpass solo leveling. So I mean, why not?
Yeah, I don't think that's what it's gonna do. But I think it has some One Piece elements to it.
Yeah.
You know, Sai unfortunately, missed out on some of these elements, but
The main character just reminds me of like what Blackjack too much.
there's a black and white.
Yeah, there's a anime called
Todoroki?
Blackjack, and it's like, ugh. Yeah, Todoroki.
I thought Kaiju number 8 was gonna be this season. Kaiju number 8 is back in July.
Yeah, it was a long time
That's
ago.
interesting. But all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Check out Sai and his channel. Link be in the description down below. Sai, as always, I appreciate you joining me.
Anytime, brother.
And we will catch you guys in the next one.
Peace out.